Okay. Acción. Put on my little... I hope the lighting doesn't mess too bad. Oh, fuck, I'm itchy. Okay. I think it is gonna mess up a little bit, huh? Oh, no, because it's not all the way up, silly goose. I have my window open because I need a little bit of light in here. I hope that doesn't bother you too much, but I also do have my light. Oh, I didn't turn on my ambiance. There we go, that's what it was missing. And my little prop. Anyways, I do gotta close this. It doesn't look that good. Where was everything on? At least this much. There. I hope that didn't pick up, but the camera didn't pick it up. It's been a while. I am sorry. My apologies. If you're not keeping up with my vlogs, you don't know what's going on. Oh my gosh. Who's doing El Grito right now is my freaking question. It's like 4 o'clock on a Monday. Why are you doing El Grito? And it's not even a good one. They're just going... Wait. I can't do it. I'm not that good at doing gritos. Gritos. El grito. El grito? I haven't said that word in a long time. It feels weird. That's besides the point. If you haven't been caught up with my vlogs, I'll catch you up in like 2 seconds. I had a really bad flare-up with my condition, and if you don't know, I have lupus. Now you know. But I'm feeling much better now, so I'm back, and I've been on some medication for my skin, so if you see me still have like swelling and redness, that's what's going on. But that's why I wasn't posting. For a moment, like, I couldn't really talk because it hurt so bad because it was all around my mouth. And my lymph nodes are still swollen, but luckily they're just swollen, so it doesn't seem to be too much of an issue. That's not why you're here. You're here because of the title of the video and what you clicked. But I figured you might want to get to know me. A little bit about me if you just clicked onto this video. Hi, thank you for watching and thank you for clicking. I have my notes here. If you don't know, I do these sit-down videos where I just kind of talk to the camera and get better at making conversation, and I kind of let you see what goes inside my mind, and basically we kind of just, hang out. I saw this video on TikTok literally maybe, when did she post this? 5 days ago, by this creator called Yasmin. I'm sorry if I'm not pronouncing that correctly, but this is her profile on TikTok. She made a really good video about basically if you get projected onto, why aren't you posting? Why aren't you making content? On top of being a pretty person, why aren't you posting? Why aren't you making content? People love to get, like I said, I speak mostly from my experiences when I talk about things like these types of videos. I talk about what has happened to me, and if this resonates with you, then you kind of get the vibe. But if you've had people like love to tell you what you should do, or basically how they would do whatever you're doing better, or people love to think just of you, like whatever they're feeling inside, they project it onto you. That means you have a really good influence, basically, is what I've heard. And I totally agree. That's basically what she said, what I understood from the video. I don't know if you've seen it or not. It's a good video on TikTok, like I said. But what did I write here? People really love to... Oh my gosh. I write this and I'm like, yeah. I can't read it. Oh, I was reading through the comments, like I do love to do in a lot of TikToks. I love to get in the comments, and I'd be liking people's comments. Sometimes I comment. Actually, a lot of times I do comment. But someone commented this comment: the mirror always irritates the mask. And I was like, oh my gosh. Because what that basically means is you see, like, you are the mirror. You're looking and you see your true reflection. That's why you're not upset. But if you come across someone that has to put on a facade, has to put on a mask, has to put on someone who, like, this attitude persona that they are not, they will get irritated by you because you are being your authentic self. So why wouldn't that irritate someone, you know? They see you living your best life, like they say. Of course you're gonna get people mad. Of course you're gonna have the haters, which means, you know, my dad always tells me, if you have haters, you're doing something correctly. Or if someone, like, gives you, like, a type look while you're doing something that you love, of course you're doing a good job. Like, don't let that stop you. If you have people nitpicking little things like, oh, your face is swollen, oh, you're this, or oh, whatever they can find that looks like bad, you know, to you, to them, they're just projecting onto you. And low-key, they are influenced by you. I'll be the first to admit it. I've done that, and I'll take a step back, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I like this person. That's why I'm, like, trying to find something, and it's usually, like, for instance, this influencer that I was like, why does she always, I don't know, try to be so mysterious? It's because I've always tried to be so mysterious. It never works out for me because I don't give off the mysterious vibe. I'm always very like, here are my cards on the table. This is what I am and this is what I'm not. So whatever. I do appreciate someone that can be very mysterious and very like, not moves in silence. What's the word I'm thinking of? Very just like, oh, sexy, cool girl. That's like, maybe I am that. I don't know. But the point being is, whatever someone like hates about you is what they would love to be, you know, point blank. So take this as like a sign for you to start creating, to start, you know, if you are afraid of like going through that, don't just like hold on to it and be like, okay, you know what, this is gonna happen, people are gonna be like talking their shit. But it's because it's something that they want. People love to think like, you know, oh, she has XYZ. Let me give you an example that I've gone through. People love to think like, oh, you know, she has a good relationship with her mom because, you know, she's so lucky. That's just how it is. It's always been that way. Where they don't know is like all the, hate to say the word trauma, but all the trauma you go through with someone, all the like, what they call them, not triumphs, but I don't know. My husband has to teach me that word. But like when bad stuff happens to you and like you go through it together and you come out more stronger, and you know, you work at your relationship constantly. You have ups and you have downs. You have to really work at something to get that really good relationship. You know, you don't just like, oh, birth something and okay, well, you're my best friend now. No, you have to work at it. So it's not like things that seem easy to some people, you know, you don't realize how hard they had to work to get there. You can't, they like to just like pin it on something so simple. I hope I'm not going off on too many tangents because that video literally just like opened up a can of worms that I was like, I need to talk about this. And I'm even like getting thirsty. But if, you know, I really do think, like I've said in my last video, I really do think more people should be posting. I mean, everyone has excuses why they don't post. Mine is like my whole medical condition. I get literally, I can't. But, you know, maybe I still can. Who knows? So I I get if you have like things that are in your way, like obstacles. There you go. So that's understandable. But here I am. I'm here trying to what's it called? Encourage you lightly. You know, if you're this type of person, I agree with this with Yasmin. Please post, you know, like people love you even though they hate you. Like I tell my husband sometimes, I love to hate you sometimes when he gets on my nerves. But I think that's pretty much it. I just wanted to pop in, like I said, make this video. The vlogs are coming. I have this one that I still have to edit where I was like going through it, so you'll get to see that. I really did enjoy making the daily or like half every 2-day vlogs. I don't know how you would say that because it's not really weekly because I would upload twice. Excuse me. But I was lagging on my sit down videos because they do take a little bit more out of me rather than just propping up the camera. You know, I have to think of a good topic. My brain, sorry, I kicked that. My brain has to be working proper. So, yeah. I think I like just used my last spurt of energy on this video, so. I also got new bed sheets, can you tell? On camera. They look nice. They're very warm. Very excited for the colder months. However, it's literally going to be 80 degrees again, so anyways, thank you for watching, and if you have any questions or if I didn't make any sense, you know, you can always comment. I try my best to get into the comments and respond, but sometimes YouTube doesn't really notify me for some reason, so again, I will try to respond to the comments. And I guess that's it. Yeah, I'll see you in my next video. Yeah, that's it. I have nothing else to say. I literally just saw this video and I figured this would be a great topic to talk about, and just, you know, some people needed to hear that message, I'm sure. But bye.